So let's talk about how to structure your day, because one of the major reasons I hear so many say as to why they don't fit regular exercise into their schedule and healthy meal planning into their schedule is that they just don't have time. It's like, oh, but I just don't have time for that. With after work and kids' extracurricular activities and church activities and volunteer work here and there, I just don't have time. And my thoughts on that is that it's not necessarily that you don't have time, it's that it's just not a priority. You've said yes to a lot of things. You've made a lot of things a priority, but you just are not seeing your own personal health as a priority. So my goal is to help you to see yourself as a priority and to change the way you look at your time, because we all make time for the things that we find a priority, and we make excuses for the things that we just don't see as a priority. But you are your biggest priority, believe it or not, because this is the one body that you get in a lifetime, and it has to carry you around for a lifetime. So if you let it deteriorate, if you neglect it, then you are really no good to everything else that you're making a priority, to your job, to your business, to your family, to your church, to your volunteer work, to your extracurricular activities. You're no good to all that if this is deteriorated, if this is gone. So let's discuss structuring your day. And I know I'm not in front of you where I can see your schedule and comment on your schedule, but I just want to give you an example of probably one of the busiest times in my life, where not only did I work a 9-to-5 job, but I also took classes in the evenings. They were online classes, but still very time consuming. But I also found time to hit the gym 5 to 6 days a week, and I had my meals prepped a good week in advance. So I found time to fit it in because I saw it as a priority. So let's just start off with just the basics. First, I want you to decide what days per week you are going to hit the gym, you're going to exercise at your house. If you're a sedentary individual, meaning you get little to no exercise, then maybe you want to start off with 2 days per week, 3 days per week. But just make a decision, just choose the days that you are going to make it a priority. I chose Monday through Saturday. Those were my days. And I got up at 5 a.m. and I hit it hard. And I know when I make this suggestion to many clients, their first thing is, no way, that's too early, no way, no how, not going to do it. But let me explain to you why this works so well for me, and it really works well for most who choose this schedule. The reason why it works so well is because you're more energetic in the morning, believe it or not. When you work all day long, you finish off your day more times than not tired and frustrated from your day, from being in traffic all day long, at least an hour or two trying to get to work, from working all day, from dealing with your clients, your boss, your customers. You're tired. You're physically and mentally exhausted by the time you get home. So evening times may not be a great time, the best time for someone who works 9 to 5. It may be good for some. I have spoken to clients who an evening workout was good for them because they actually got to run the frustration off. So if that's your personality, then hit the gym in the evening. But this worked out best for me because I was most energetic in the morning, along with it really set the pace for my day. Exercise releases endorphins. And endorphins is like just this happy hormone. People who exercise regularly tend to be happier people, just more energetic people. And so I would leave the house feeling like I could conquer the world. I felt great after my workout. So I hit the gym at 5 a.m. and by 6 a.m. I was in the shower. And by 6:30 a.m. I got my daughter up and we both got dressed and I got her fed and we were out of the house by 7:30. And I dropped out to school on the way to work, and so it took me the rest of that time between 7:30 and 8:30 to get to work. Yes, I worked on the other side of Atlanta. I was in traffic one way about an hour. I worked until about 5 p.m. and it took me between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. to get home, another hour. So I'm in traffic about 2 hours of the day, but I got my workout in, so I can't use that as an excuse as to why I did not get my workout in. I got my workout in at 5 a.m. But when I get home, remember, I already prep my meals in advance. I use Sunday to prep my meals for the entire week. I've got a week's worth of chicken grilled, I've got a week's worth of vegetables steamed, I've got a large pot of brown rice cooked. So my meals are done for the week. Or between 6 a.m. 6 a.m. and 7:30, I may have popped some food into the slow cooker, turned it on low, so by the time I get home, dinner's done. So I'm not slaving over a stove for an hour or two in the evening. I use this evening time to iron my clothes and my daughter's clothes for tomorrow. I use this evening time to prepare my daughter's lunch for tomorrow. And by doing this, I'm not bringing these two chores to the next day, which would take up precious time that I could be in the gym in the morning time. And the evening time is pretty much left for me to do my homework, to help my daughter with her homework, and dinner. Maybe a little housework. But my workout is done. I don't have to try and squeeze it into these few hours, because by the time you get home at 6 p.m. and you get to bed between 9 and 9:30, you really only have three and a half hours by the time you get home. So it's truly not the ideal time to try and squeeze in a workout. So this is what worked best for me. Now, I know not everyone works a 9-to-5 schedule. Some people may work a second or third shift, but you can take bits and pieces of this and apply it to your life, such as hitting the gym before you go to work. That was still apply to someone that works a third shift, because by the time you get off work, again, you're tired. So hit the gym before you go to work, even if you work later in the day. The same thing applies regarding ironing your clothes and preparing the kids' meals. Prepare those things in advance. Cooking your foods, prepping your food a week in advance, or doing a crock pot meal, that can also apply to you if you work a different schedule. Use bits and pieces of this to apply to your life so that you can start seeing you as a priority, so that you can start treating your body like it's a priority. Use this to start treating your body like you love it more than anything, because you've got to love yourself in order to take care of it. Because if you don't see yourself as a priority, you don't show yourself the love that you need to, which in the end will actually start affecting everything else in your life. I hope this is helpful for you, and stay tuned for day 1.